more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hello, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here once again with Coach Polito of the Artesia girls softball team. And Coach, you guys go into your second game and have a big game at the plate and a great game defensively. Talk about the win over Bernalillo.
It's an amazing feeling for them to bounce back after that first game this morning. You know, we talked about earlier they were kind of hanging their heads a little bit and they were upset as they should have been, but you couldn't tell this game. They came out hitting the ball hard and well, driving it to the outfield. We had bases loaded a few times and we capitalized. And it wasn't just like the other team was booting the ball around. We had legit hits, which was really good to see, and that's the team that we've been waiting to have here.
Yeah, big explosion at the plate. They did drive the ball. Your team did drive the ball a lot to left field. They tried to come in on you, which you told me in the after the first game that they would. But your girls really got the bat around on it and drove it into left field. They had a lot of hits out there, like you said, just driving the ball. So I'm not sure, did you guys see who won, or is the game that you're going to be playing in the morning, who will you be facing, or have you seen the bracket fulfilled yet?
It's the winner of, I believe, Gallup the loser of Gallup and Silver City.
Okay, so 9 a.m. back here in Cleveland at the Cleveland Fourplex. Coach, thanks. Good luck in the morning. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
We always hear about how busy the holiday season is, but is it really? I think the saying should be April showers bring May chaos. This is Danny Kirkendall at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia, and we want to wish all those heading off to state competitions the best of luck and safe travels. 2022 graduates, you did it. It wasn't easy and it wasn't normal, but you pushed through and we couldn't be prouder. At Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia, we're a proud supporter of youth and high school sports throughout the Pecos Valley. Go Dogs!
Hello folks, Martin from Frost Mortgage in Artesia. Did you know you have a choice when it comes to your home purchase or refinance options? Yes, it pays to get a second opinion. Give me a chance to review your application and get you the interest rate you deserve. You're going to pay on your home longer than anything else, so let's make sure you have the best financing available. So call Martin, your local lender, at 575-749-6278 for your free consultation, and let's get started today.
Frost Mortgage is a division of Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated and is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 3094.
Hey guys, Cambria here from your local Artesia KFC Taco Bell. Did you know right now you can get a 10-piece of legs and thighs, chicken only, for $13.99? And people love our KFC chicken sandwich. You've got to try it. An extra crispy, hand-breaded chicken fillet placed on a buttery brioche bun, topped with pickles and your choice of classic or spicy mayonnaise. It's the best chicken sandwich ever, and it's only at your KFC in Artesia. We hope to see you soon at your local KFC Taco Bell in Artesia.
Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
Welcome to Rio Rancho, New Mexico and State Championship Softball. This is day 2 of the NMAA State Softball Tournament. And as the late great Ernie Banks once said, it's a beautiful day. Let's play 3, or I think he said something like that. Lady Bulldogs today have to win 3 games to get into the state championship game tomorrow, and then they have to win twice. And we've got a bunch of familiar foes on this side of the bracket. Today, in this first round game, it's Silver, the Fighting Colts, a team that Artesia softball is well familiar with over history. And then looking ahead on the bracket, we've got Aztec is still out there. Lovington is still out there. Gallup is still out there. So we've got some great softball action coming on the radio today on KSVP and audio only at ksvptv.com. Joining me for all the play-by-play coverage today is Joby Hodling. And Joby, it isn't the ideal way to make a run through for the state championship. You'd have much rather won that first game yesterday and have the shorter trip to the state championship game. But Lady Bulldogs have been here before, and there's no reason why they can't do it again today.
Yep, absolutely. They can run through today, play 3 games. They get those 3 wins, and then they're in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. And I believe that game is scheduled to start at 3. And then, of course, they'll have to win that doubleheader to go ahead and win the state title. We got the national anthem.
So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
You know what happens in the spring. It's cleanup time. And AC&B, HF Sinclair, Navajo Refining, and the Boy Scouts are at it again to help clean up our community. The Scouts will come to your house and haul off items that you need to dispose of and have no way of hauling. The dates for pickup are April 23rd, May 28th, June 4, and June 11. Just call 575-513-0143 and let me know when, where, and what. Take advantage of this free service and let's make Artesia clean and beautiful.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, welcome back. Apologize for a little bit of delay getting the commercial started. But anyway, before we get started with the starting lineups and all the rest of the information on the game today, one of the things that took place in the first game yesterday that caused a little bit of a stir had to do with our pitcher, Riley Crandall. Joby, you talked to some coaches and folks here with Artesia, and what was the end result, or what was the reaction that happened after that incident yesterday?
Well, just to recap, somewhere in the game, I don't remember what inning it was in, the umpires called time. The first base umpire was talking to Riley out beyond the circle. We were, of course, on air, and so we were wondering what he was talking about. And then all of a sudden, he comes together with, takes her rosin rag that she wears in her belt and takes it, asks her for it. The other umpires kind of come together, and of course the coaches for Artesia walk out to the first baseline, and they come over to them. And so we're speculating. We don't know what's going on. They're holding this cloth. The umpires are. They're touching it, talking about it, and then they, it was like a 10-15 minute break. They finally determined, based on what we could see, that the rag could not be on her belt. They give it to the coaches, and the Valley coach is asking them to kick her out of the game. We're trying to figure out what's going on. So what happened was, one of the umpires said that her rosin rag, for lack of a better term, which is perfectly legal and everybody uses them, pitchers, did not have the proper stitching on it. It's ASA approved. That's the stitching on it. There was another company that makes those, and he said that was illegal in New Mexico. And so, one of the big things is that, of course, Artesia and specifically Riley Crandall and the coaching staff are never going to do anything illegal. They're never going to do that, ever. Any program associated with Artesia is just not going to do that. And so, we're upset. The crowd is upset. Valley crowd was being very vocal behind us, calling for her to be kicked out, all this baloney. So after the game, I talked to Coach Polito and the staff, and they did tell me that, yeah, that's what happened. So we get here this morning, and come to find out, Coach Crandall, Coach Polito both talked to me about this, that the NMAA had apologized officially to Riley personally and to the coaching staff and probably to our AD, Coach Henderson. They made a big mistake, and they caused a big stir and a big scene, and nothing was illegal with what she had. That has been approved and can be used. So we just wanted to get that out there to our fans and to anybody that may be listening, that she's using her normal. She's been wearing it since she was probably started playing softball as a pitcher. Definitely over the last 5 years as an Artesia Bulldog pitcher. And so we're ready to go here. The starting lineup for the Artesia Bulldogs: Mercedes Aguilar behind the plate, KJ Ray at third, Kinsey Carlo at short, Kaylee Morion at second, Caden Apodaca at first. Out in left field is Whitmire, Jenna Whitmire, center fielder Kenna Morrison. The first pitch is high for ball one. The batter is Lisa Lucero, number 6. Kenna Morrison in center and Zoe Warren in right with Riley Crandall in the circle. And so we're underway here in this first game of the day. And as Gene said, good day for 3 ball games. Here's the pitch. Little slap that goes foul off to the left side for strike one. 1-1 now the count, as Lucero, batting from the left side, tried to do that slap and run. And she did get a piece of it, but fouled it off to the left side, out of play. So Crandall looking into the dugout to get her sign, now has it. And the pitch. Again, same thing, slap that goes foul and over to our left, as we're over on the third base side. Artesia is the home team, as you can tell, because they're in the field first. They won the toss, I guess, or Silver lost it. I don't know who called. But in any case, we are now finally the home team after 2 games yesterday being the visitor. 1-2 to count to Lisa Lucero. Riley Crandall ready to go. Here's the pitch. The chopper back to Riley, and she throws to first base for out number 1 on the ground out. 1-3 the put out. So 1 down now, and coming to the plate will be Maria Rulaz. She also looks like she may be batting from the left side.
Yeah, we wanted to start out the broadcast talking about that because, as you said, Artesia doesn't cheat.
No, and would never do anything. Our coaches and our programs do a great job as that ball is called a ball. So ball 1 to Maria Rulaz. Yeah, our coaches do an excellent job in our administration to make sure that everything that our sports and, well, all activities do are within the guidelines. Strike 1 called. That caught the outside corner. So 1-1 to the batter.
Some people might have that impression, based on that yesterday. So
well, and that's why we wanted to clarify. We got the news this morning, official word. She does not swing. She held her swing. That was low for ball 2. So 1-2 now, or 2-1 now the count to Maria Rulaz. On deck is number 12, Larissa Rueda, the third baseman, and in the hole, Ariel Alvarado, the first baseman for the Silver City Fighting Colts. The pitch swung on, foul ball off to the left side for strike 2. So the count now 2-2. As always, a fantastic crowd here for Artesia, and a pretty good crowd for Silver as well, although I think we got them probably doubled up in numbers, but they still brought a good crowd.
They do. This is one of the traditional powerhouses in softball, is Silver.
She got out in front of that changeup, and that changeup is deadly. She did get her bat on. She had to double clutch. She foul balls over to the right side for a foul ball strike. The count remains 2-2. Riley has that amazingly good fastball, and then maybe even a better changeup when you add it to that fastball. But Rulaz was able to check her swing enough. She got a piece of it. She was way out in front. She hit it, pulled it to the right side foul. There's that fastball. She hits that to the left side, so behind that pitch, another foul ball. But they are making contact against these first 2 batters, making contact with Crandall. They're just behind or in front, depending on what pitch she throws. So the count 2-2. Crandall ready to go. Takes a look over to the dugout, as does Aguilar, the catcher for the Bulldogs. Gets their pitch. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. It's going to go to the shortstop. Picks it up, fires it across, and routine play. Carlo to Apodaca. 6-3 on the ground out, and there are now 2 outs in the inning as we're in the top of the first inning. Silver City, the visiting team here in our ball game today. Our Artesia Bulldogs, the home team. Bulldogs wearing their gray pants, high orange with white stripes, stirrup socks, and they've got their orange jerseys on today. Silver City in the gray unis with high blue stirrup socks and baby blue numbers and belts. Here's the wind in the pitch to Larissa Rieta. A little bit low, ball 1. She is the third baseman, and go ahead.
I was just going to say Silver's the number 3 ranked team coming into the tournament.
So the 3 seed. Artesia, of course, the 1 seed. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Fastball. Caught the lower end in the outside corner of the strike zone. So 1-1 now the count.
Lovington's playing Gallup over on field 1, the main field, varsity field. That's the winner goes straight to the championship tomorrow.
Held up on that swing as that pitch was a little bit low, and Larissa Rieta checked her swing. So that takes the count to 2-1. 2 down here in the top of the first inning, and Crandall ready to go. Here's the pitch. Oh, I do not know where that one missed. We're not behind the plate here. We're over to the third base side by the dugout for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. I guess that must have been maybe a little outside. It was hard to tell from here. It looked good from up and down ways.
Right.
And where Aguilar framed it, it looked good. Foul ball off to the right side. So a full count now to Rieta. On deck is Alvarado, and in the hole, Roy Ball, the pitcher for Silver City. So she steps back in on the right side. Full count, payoff pitch with 2 down. And Crandall ready to go. Persea sets up, looks like right on the outside corner. Good pitch, and
just missed.
Just missed, I guess maybe a little high. So that's ball 4, and that puts the first runner on the base paths for Silver City as Lisa Rieta stands at second base. And that'll bring the number 4 hitter in the lineup, first baseman, number 3, Ariel Alvarado, to the plate. Crandall ready to go. Defense playing pretty much straight away. Here's the pitch. A little high, ball 1.
Looks to me, just from these first 3 batters, they're making contact and they're patient. They're waiting for Riley to make a pitch in the strike zone, and then they are making contact with it.
So the 1-0 pitch, I agree with that. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Got her on, looked like maybe a rise ball. Had a lot of heat on it. And she was swinging behind it, which every single batter has been a little bit behind, except for the last batter that hit it to the shortstop, but that was on a curve, I think, or a change. There's a ground ball right down the first base line. Picking it up and going to first base is Apodaca. And that is out number 3 on the ground out, unassisted over at first base. So the Lady Bulldogs will go into the top of the first inning, bottom of the first, the top of the first. No hits, no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 0-0 is our score. We'll be back.
Please pardon our dust as we move into our new facility at Artesia Animal Clinic. We've begun the process of moving into our new facility, which features more exam rooms, expanded surgery and treatment rooms, lab, x-ray, and larger kennels. We're so excited to be moving into our new facility, and we look forward to being better able to help care for your pets. Artesia Animal Clinic now moving into our new clinic in the same location, 110 West Mahone, just north of Artesia Ford Sales.
To plant or not to plant? That is the question. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Our tomato plants and pepper plants are ready to go. If you plant them now, you might have homegrown tomatoes and peppers before anyone else. Or the frost might kill them. As Clint Eastwood would say, do you feel lucky? You'll either be the smartest gardener in the county or you'll get to replant them all over again. I say go for it. You'll get more practice and we'll get more business. This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company, and I apologize to William Shakespeare.
Welcome back here to Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. First of what we hope will be 3 games taking this team to the state championship tomorrow. We go to the bottom of the first. Artesia coming to bat. Here's Joby.
Riley Crandall, of course, the leadoff batter for the Bulldogs, will step in and to face the pitcher, Michaela Roybal, number 11 for the Silver City Fighting Colts. Crandall on the season leading the team, .563 average, 32 runs scored, 40 hits, 16 RBIs. Has a couple of home runs as well. She'll step in on the left side to face Roybal. I'll give you the Silver defense here in just a minute. And there is...
I think there was no pitch because the umpire had not yet said it's time
wow,
to go.
he's making her move her
towel.
Her towel. Golly, they're just fixated on this towel. Amazing. So no pitch. He stepped out.
Just laugh it off. That's all you can do.
Here's the wind in the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. So, yeah, that's what happened. He waved off the first pitch and said that she had to
move her towel.
Move her towel. It was in her belt where she's wore it forever, every game she's ever played in. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. You mentioned yesterday about Riley and the pitchers usually not going after her for good reason. She leads the team in walks, and they usually try to pitch around her. Here's the pitch, and that's way outside again. So it looks like maybe they're doing the same thing here, as none of those have been close. 3-0 the count as Riley will look for her pitch to hit. Probably a red light here she'll take. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. So 4 straight. And the Bulldogs have their first runner on board with nobody out, which will bring Kenna Morrison to the plate. Kenna on the season prior to this tournament, batting .352 with 30 runs scored, 31 hits, and 18 RBIs. And I've said it almost every game. She also has a grand slam, and I like it because of how it came about. She tries to put the bunt down, unable to. So strike 1 on the pitch. On a good fastball there by Roybal. Larissa Rieta at third, Maria Ruiz at short, Kalaya Mendoza at second, and Ariel Alvarado at first. I'll give you the outfield in just a moment. Strike 2. Unless he called that first one a ball, but I thought she got her bat out there and didn't pull it back.
No, he rang it up as a strike.
I thought he did. So 0-2 the count to Kenna Morrison, runner at first base. Of course, Riley Crandall. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Good eye there by Kenna. Out in the outfield, Isabella Villa in left, Hannah Abeta in center, and Braelyn Lopez in right. Pitch swung on. That's hit hard to the shortstop. She bobbles it a little bit, but she is finally able to get it to second base for the fielder's choice. And that is out number 1 as she goes to second. 6-4 the put out.
It looked like there was so much spin on it that it came up into her glove and almost came out.
Yeah, she was able to hold on to it, kind of bobbled it a little bit. Crandall was hustling down there, slid in, but it was a bang-bang play, but it was out. So that brings Caden Apodaca to the plate. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Good cut, but just come up empty. Strike 1 to Caden. On the season, Caden having a fantastic season, batting .500 with 31 runs scored, 41 hits. Here's the pitch. Oh, she kind of chased that one out of the zone for strike 2. That was low. She also had 8 home runs, second on the team in that category. She's wearing number 24 today. Yesterday she was wearing number 21, so I got to change that on my iPad here. But she is number 24. Here's the wind in the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. She didn't look real comfortable at the plate. I know she will be more comfortable her next at bat. So that brings the number 4 hitter to the plate with 2 down. Number 7, KJ Ray, the third baseman. KJ on the season batting .387 with 24 hits. Here's the pitch. Ball 1 high. She has 31 RBIs, and she leads the team with home runs with 9. Makes sense, our cleanup batter leading the team in home runs. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the outside edge. 1-1 now, the count to KJ. Kenna Morrison down at first base. Artesia tied up here with Silver in the bottom of the first, 0-0. The pitch, outside and high. Ball 2, 2-1. Now the count. The catcher, by the way, Lisa Lucero, and the pitcher, Michaela Roybal for Silver City. I don't know if I ever got those names in. All right, KJ back in. Here's the pitch. Ball 3, so 3-1. That one missed outside, I think. Because it looked good on the up and down from where we're sitting, so it must have been away.
Snap throw down to first that squirted away, but not enough for the runner to advance.
Right. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a foul ball to the right side for a foul ball strike. I kind of chuckled because there was a Silver City fan over there, and not laughing at them, but it was right at that fence, but it's just human nature when it's coming at you to duck, and she definitely ducked. Hit the fence, wasn't going to hit her. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's a ground ball to the right side. That does get through. Going from first to third will be Morrison, so a 2-out single. It was a good effort over there by the first baseman, Alvarado. She dove for it, but come up empty. So the seeing eye single moves the runner all the way to third base. And so the Bulldogs now coming to work here with runner in scoring position 60 feet away to take the early lead. At the plate will be the catcher, number 15, Perseus Aguilar. Aguilar, sophomore, batting .412 on the season with 28 runs scored, 35 hits, and 24 RBIs and 5 home runs. First pitch she sees, a swing and a miss. Boy, she's trying to chase that one. I think she was ready to jump on it. Obviously, she took a big cut at a really low pitch. So she's looking to drive it. First pitch somewhere. 0-1 the count to Perseus. The wind and the pitch. That's ball outside. 1-1 now. On deck is Zoe Warren, the right fielder, and in the hole, Michaela Morion, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. Perseus ready to go. 1-1 pitch. Ball 2 low and away. So 2-1 now. Again, runners on the corners as Morrison, who hit into that fielder's choice, is now on third after being driven there by KJ Ray, who is at first. Pitch, there's a deep drive out to center field, but the center fielder will catch it about 1 foot away from the fence, and that is out, number 3. So she got a hold of it, but not quite enough. And so the Bulldogs will be tied up going into the top of the second. There was 1 hit, no runs, and no errors. 2 runners left on base. 0-0 is where we're at.
All right, let's get out the old grocery list here. Let's see, eggs, milk, bread, insurance. I don't want to shop for insurance.
Fortunately, you don't have to. George Gandy Insurance is here for you. Shopping and comparing rates from different insurance carriers to save you money, time, and hassle. Visit a George Gandy Insurance location near you today.
We keep you covered. George Gandy Insurance.
At Central Valley Electric Cooperative, we recognize Electrical Safety Month every May, but we also know the importance of practicing safety year-round. Electricity is an important part of modern life, and CVE would like to share a few safety tips. Keep an eye out for overhead power lines when moving ladders or working on your roof. Replace appliances, chargers, or extension cords that have damaged or frayed cords, and avoid overloading electrical outlets. Central Valley Electric Cooperative reminds you to make electrical safety a priority this month and every month.
Welcome back here to Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. 1 inning in the books, no score between Artesia and Silver. Joby Silver got to the... It doesn't recognize my thumb anymore.
Gene's trying to pull up his iPad. There you go. You got it.
Yeah. Silver beat St. Pius in the play-in round 17-3. They got beat by Gallup yesterday. Or no, I'm sorry. They beat Silver 17-3 in their first game of the day. Got beat by Gallup in the second game of the day yesterday, 10-3, and that's why they are here.
Roybal looks at called strike 1. This is the number 5 hitter in the Source City lineup, the pitcher, Michaela Roybal, and a good fastball there by Riley Crandall, called strike 1. Again, setting up on that outside third is Perseus. There's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So 2 down, 2 strikes quickly here to the leadoff batter in the top of the second inning. Artesia and Silver all tied up 0-0. Crandall gets her pitch. And here is the 0-2. Strike 3 called, looking good pitch, fastball. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and that is out number 1, which brings to the plate number 1, Hannah Abeta, the center fielder for the Silver City Fighting Colts.
Clearly the first 4 batters for Silver made contact, had good patience. It'd be interesting to see as we get 5, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup if their hitting is all consistent up and down the entire lineup or not.
Here's the pitch, strike 1 called. Nice fastball, caught the outside corner. 0-1 to Abeta. On deck is the DH, Alessandra Martinez, and in the hole, the second baseman, Kalaya Mendoza. As Crandall again looking over to get her sign, Perseus doing the same thing, setting up on that outer corner. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. That was a low one, got her to chase it, strike 2. So defensively for the Bulldogs, Ray, Carlo, Morion, and Apodaca, third to first. Warren, Morrison, Whitmire from right to left, and of course behind the plate, Aguilar catching Crandall, who's in the circle. 0-2 count to Abeta. The pitch, swing, she did make contact. It's a foul ball over to the field over to our right, so the count remains 0-2. Very behind on that pitch was Abeta. On deck is Martinez, the DH, and in the hole, Mendoza, the second baseman, as Abeta steps back in with 1 down and an 0-2 count here in the top of the second inning. Riley back to work. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3.
And that is a strikeout swinging and out, number 2 in the inning. Now to bring number 7 to the plate, Alessandra Martinez. She is the DP. I keep seeing DH the way that, and I may have something wrong on my system here, but
no,
I scored that shows DH instead of DP. I know in softball it's the designated player. The pitch, swing and a miss, and boy, she kind of waved at that one and fooled her. It was down low, and so strike 1.
And was I mistaken? I think the first 3 batters, or at least I know the first 2 batted from the left side. Everybody since then have been batting
right-handed.
from the right side.
Yes. Strike 2 called. Great fastball there from Riley. So 0-2. She has now thrown 2 pitches to this batter. She threw 4 to the second batter and 3 to the first batter. So she's thrown almost the minimum pitches she can in an inning. 1 more than that. And there's a swing and a miss. So she throws 10 pitches. So one of them was fouled off. The other one's all strikes.
That's right.
They go up, down, 1, 2, 3, 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, and nobody left on base. 0-0 our score. We'll be back.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole.
Welcome back here to Cleveland High School, Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
The Lady Bulldogs softball, no score as Artesia comes to bat here in the bottom of the second against Silver. Here's Joby.
One of our sophomores, Zoe Warren, will step in on the right side to face the pitcher. First pitch, ball 1 high. Zoe on the season batting .378 with 18 runs scored, 28 hits, 13 RBIs. The right fielder for the Artesia Bulldogs. 1-0 the count. She's leading things off here in the bottom of the second. That pitch down and in for ball 2. So 2-0 the count. On deck is the second baseman, number 11, Michaeli Morion. And in the hole, the shortstop, number 12, Kenzie Carlo. As Zoe steps back in, here's the wind in the pitch from Roybal. That's high, ball 3. So 3 straight that we're not really close to the strike zone. So Zoe will be looking, I'm sure, to take right here, force her to throw a strike. As she leads off, here's the pitch, and it's inside. Ball 4 on straight. 4 straight. Zoe Warren now on the base paths as the Bulldogs have now had 3 runners on the paths in 1 inning in the start here of the second. And that'll bring Michaeli Morion to the plate, one of our freshmen. And she on the season batting .254 with 15 runs scored, 15 hits, and 9 RBIs, a pair of home runs. Strike 1 called. So it looked like she was definitely taking all the way as 4 straight balls to the previous batter from Roybal. It's Michaeli Morion at the plate. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2 on Morion. On deck is Kenzie Carlo, our shortstop, and in the hole, the left fielder for the Bulldogs, Jenna Whitmire. Nobody out, runner first base is Zoe Warren. Drew a 4-pitch walk, and now 0-2 count. Strike 3 called, and that would look like it was right down the middle. So Michaeli was looking for something else and got caught there. So strike 3, and that is a strikeout looking. So 1 down here in the bottom of the second, and stepping to the plate is a shortstop, Kenzie Carlo. Kenzie, another sophomore, batting .295 on the season. First pitch is wide for ball 1.
Roybal's just a junior and has been their top pitcher for Silver this year.
That pitch too low, ball 2 to Kenzie.
15-5 on the season, winning percentage .750, 1.96 ERA.
Good pitcher for Silver. They always have good pitchers, kind of like the Bulldogs. That pitch is strike 1 on the inside half of the plate. Kenzie on the season batting .295 with
11 runs scored, 18 hits, and 13 RBIs. Swing, that's a hard shot right to the shortstop. She bobbles it, but steps on the base and then safe at first. So there was the fielder's choice again, as the shortstop was able to find the handle. And the fielder's choice is out number 2 as she steps on second base. Unassisted, but this throw down not in time. Carlo racing down the base path, so she beats out the double play effort.
Second time she's had an adventure there at shortstop on a ground ball. But she's recovered and
made one out anyway. Jenna, something went wrong with her shoe, so when she came out, her shoe came untied, so she had to stop and get that tied on.
See, Roybal has 133 strikeouts on the season, 23 walks, so about twice as many walks as Crandall has had this year. And she has given up 5 home runs.
But a good pitcher. That's pretty good stats for a pitcher. All right, so here's Jenna Whitmire. She looks at ball 1. Jenna, one of our 8th graders on the team and starting. She's batting .333 on the season with 18 runs scored, 23 hits, and 16 RBIs. She also 3 home runs, including a grand slam. And she'll look at that one that caught the outside and lower half of the strike zone for a called strike 1. So 1-1 the count to Jenna. On deck, we're back to the top of the order. The pitcher, Riley Crandall, and in the hole, the center fielder, Kenna Morrison. Here's the pitch, low. Ball 2 to Jenna Whitmire. 2-1 now the count as she will step back in on the right side. Yeah, Roybal, a tall, good-looking athlete and a good pitcher for Silver City. Strike 2 as that caught the upper end of the strike zone and a called strike 2. 2-2 now the count to Whitmire. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit well out to right center field. Back, and that is over the head of the right fielder. 1 run will score going into third base. Sliding in safely is Jenna Whitmire. She drove that ball to right field, went with the pitch, got over the head of the right fielder. I lost sight of the ball. I couldn't see it, and I'm glad you could see it, but I thought it got over the fence, but it did one hop.
It one hop to the fence, but yeah, it got past the right fielder who started to like cut it in, and I think it just carried, obviously, a little further than she anticipated.
All right, so a 2-out rally. Jenna Whitmire gets it going, and now the pitcher at the plate, and she looks at ball 1. Of course, that's Riley Crandall. And Riley, again, she's one of we have 3 seniors on the team, and she's one of them. And she's leading the team in virtually every category, but definitely she's not leading in home runs is because they won't pitch to her. Is that the ball, too? Last year, I think she did. I think she did lead it last year. But, all right, so 2-0. That pitch is called strike 1. Caught the outside and upper edge of the corner for strike 1. Riley batting .563. She still has 16 RBIs from the leadoff position with 40 hits. That pitch bounces up there for ball 3. So 3-1 now as Whitmire stands at third base after a triple and an RBI. And the Bulldogs lead 1-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2. Caught the outside corner. So a full count now to Riley, as they're definitely staying out away from the batter, but that pitch was a good one. Caught the outside corner. Riley back in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Bound low, ball 4. So that puts 2 runners on the base paths. As coming to the plate will be Kenna Morrison. She's 0 for 1 here in the ball game. She hit into a fielder's choice her first at bat, but she now has Crandall at first and Whitmire at third. The Bulldogs looking to continue the 2-out rally started by Jenna Whitmire. Swing, that's a hard hit into left field as it goes right between the shortstop and the third baseman for an RBI single for the batter, Kenna Morrison. And the Bulldogs continue the 2-out rally with an RBI single. Now lead 2-0. Runner at second base is Riley Crandall after getting that walk, and Kenna Morrison standing at first. And now Apodaca will look at a time called.
Did we have a ball come in from another field, I think?
We're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher. So Riley Crandall will be courtesy run for. Coming in as number 9 for the Bulldogs. That's Michaela Lujan.
I think the plate, the base ump is asking if there was no pitch. Yeah.
So no pitch. The pitch came, but they had waved it off because they had called time.
Right. And he was just making sure everybody's on the same
page.
That's right.
All right, here's the wind and the pitch, first one, and that is called strike 1. And she kind of double clutched it, decided not to swing. It did Apodaca. and then called a strike. So strike one. She is 0 for 1. She hit, or she actually struck out swinging her first time. And then she's going to hit this one down the line, third base, but foul for strike 2. So Apodaca, another one of our 8th graders. And on the season, she's batting 500 with 8 home runs and 34 RBIs. And she leads the team in runs batted in. KJ Ray has 31 in close second place. The pitch swung on, hit up the middle, goes off with the pitcher's leg. Picking it up, going to first base is the shortstop. So that will end the threat. As the ground out. I'm going to score that 1-6-3. But the Bulldogs do some damage here in the bottom of the second as they get 2 runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and leave 2 runners on base. We'll be back.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. But you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Sandy Stockton will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Sandy Stockton in Artesia today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When it comes to your tires, don't take any shortcuts. Trust Forest Tire. They've been keeping you rolling for 78 years. Forest Tire knows tires, and they know that being there is what matters most. That's why Michelin packs more innovation inside its tires to maximize performance without sacrificing capabilities. So you can continue to go the extra mile to be there for the ones who matter most. Delivering service that exceeds your expectations. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Welcome back, Joby. I've got stats here. I'm listening to the radio feed, which is about 15 seconds behind reel. So I apologize for not bringing us back. 2-0 Lady Bulldogs lead. We go to the top of the third.
Kalaya Mendoza, number 10 at the plate, right-handed batter. She is the number 8 hitter in the lineup and the second baseman for Silver. Here's the pitch, strike 1, fastball, blazed it down the middle. A lot of mustard on that hot dog. She brought it, and the bat never left the shoulder of the batter.
4'11" batter, Joby, 90 at bats, 32 runs.
That pitch misses just down and away for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Braelyn Lopez, the right fielder, on deck, and then we're back to the top of the order. In the hole is the catcher, number 6, Lisa Lucero. Here's the 1-1 from Crandall. Swing and a miss. Got her on a rise ball. Good pitch. 1-2 now the count.
This Mendoza is one of the seniors on the Silver squad. Doesn't strike out a lot. 9 strikeouts this year.
She did just then, so that would be however many as she swings and misses at a rise ball. A great pitch there by Crandall. So 1 out here in the top of the third, as Braelyn Lopez, number 9, the right fielder, will come to the plate, batting from the right side.
500 hitter, 45 hits in 90 at bats, 33 runs scored.
Swing and a miss on strike 1, as Crandall is all over it today.
She's got 9 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs for Silver this year.
Right now, she's got a 0-1 count as Crandall gets ready to go. Here's the wind in the pitch, and there's a little ground ball. It's a C&I single, as diving over there was Morion. Coming up empty. Good effort by McKaylee, but the first hit of the ball game for the Silver City Fighting Colts comes from the number 9 hitter, as she just got the end of the bat on that, and it had enough juice on it. It got through. McKaylee dove for it to her left. I'm sorry, to her left. But come up empty. So that brings us back to the top of the order. The left-handed batter, Lisa Lucero, who is 0 for 1 on a ground out. Here's the pitch. Puts it over out of play over our head, foul ball.
Well, we have a tent.
We do, and so if it hits our tent, it probably won't come through. We're probably safe.
462 batter, 43 hits, 31 RBI. Hits for power, 11 doubles, a triple, and 6 home runs.
All right, 0-1 count. She does that running swing and comes up empty on the rise ball. Strike 2. one out here in the top of the third inning, and the leadoff batter, number 6, Lisa Lucero, will step back in with an 0-2 count. Aguilar and Crandall looking over to the coach to get their sign. They have it. Artesia sets up on the outer third to the lefty. There's a swing, another running swing, foul ball back and out of play. Today, I think you said it off air, we've only got 3 of these fields being utilized now, as 2 of the teams are gone in the top 8. So 6 teams remain, and they're all 3 playing right now, including us, of course. All right, so she steps back in, the 0-2 count, 2 foul balls and 1 swinging strike. Here's the pitch, swing, and that's hit well out to left field. Jenna Whitmire adjusts and makes the catch. She only had to move about 1 step to her right and 1 step back. And as some famous announcer said, the can of corn to left field is out number 2.
Let's see, who might that have been?
I don't know. Was it Harry Carey?
I thought it was Jim Wilburn.
Oh, was it Jim?
Jim used to say that all the
There
time.
you go. A famous. I thought a professional broadcaster used to say it, but
What
Jim
are you
used to
saying
say
about Jim?
that he would. Oh, here's the pitch, swing and a miss to the next lefty in the lineup, number 5, Maria Rulas, for strike 1. She's 0 for 1 on the ground. And I'm saying Jim was an outstanding broadcaster and a viable professional, consummate professional. Here's the 0-1. And she does not chase that one. She took a lot off of that at a changeup, a little bit high for ball 1. On deck is Larissa Rieta, and in the hole, the cleanup batter, Ariel Alvarado. Runner first base, got that hit. Little squeaker through, diving Morion on the right side of the infield. Here's the pitch. That's a foul ball back and out of play. That kind of was coming at us, but like Gene said, we've got a tent. So we feel very, very protected. Got a fence in front of us and a tent over our head. We should not get hit by a softball.
Only thing we don't have is a Hulk.
And a Hulk?
A Hulk.
A Hulk.
We don't have a Hulk.
What's a Hulk?
You know, the Hulk.
What are you talking about? All right, here's the 0-2 swing, and that's a ground ball. That's a fair ball on the left side, and that goes a diving third baseman, KJ Ray, unable to get it. That was just inside the line. Good piece of hitting there. So a little 2-out rally now going for Silver, as everybody is safe at first and second base, and that brings the number 3 hitter in the lineup, third baseman, number 12, Larissa Rueda, to the plate. She's 0 for 0. She walked her first at bat. She'll step in on the right side. 2 down, runners at first and second, so the tying run now on the base paths for Silver City as the Bulldogs lead 2-0 here. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit low for ball 1.
This batter is back in the box, close to the plate.
Yeah, she's up on the plate, and in that, whatever that position is, I think it's the 5 or the 4 or the 3, I don't know the position for softball, but she's, as Gene said, way in the back of the box. Here's the pitch. Just low for ball 2.
Ball 2?
So 2-0 the count.
You have 2-0?
I do. And now we had a ball come over from the other field, foul ball, so out in right field, Zoe's going to go pick that up and toss it into the first base coach for Silver. He'll roll it over here, which the batter will pick it. I think that came from the other field.
It did.
He's going to go ahead and
they're asking for it.
Toss it over to the ball go-getter for the other field.
This ump has a good arm.
Yeah, it was a good underhand toss over the fence. All right, so the count.
Okay, 2-0. I had it 1-1, but
2-0. I think we both agreed the first pitch was a strike, but the ump disagreed as that pitch is fouled back. So the count now 2-1. And
so everybody's picking on Jim Wilburn today.
I see we got a message here from a young man over in Artesia.
Now everybody's picking on Jim today.
Now, I'm not picking on Jim. You were mistaken.
Did.
No, I didn't. There's a swing and a miss on a changeup. Might have been a curveball. Definitely took something off of it. I couldn't tell from where we're sitting if it was a curve, but definitely changed the speed. Really good one. And so a can of corn is an old broadcast description of a pop fly that can be easily caught in front of the defensive player.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So, again, calling Jim Wilburn old.
Swing and a miss and drop ball, but throw it down to first base. And so that is out number 3, and that stops the threat as the swinging strike, drop third strike. So 2-3 is the out. Silver City, though, they get a pair of hits. 2 hits, no runs, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. 2-0 Bulldogs.
Hey, Artesia. I'm Jen. This is Andy, and we work with kids here at Faith Baptist Church, and we want to tell you a little bit about that. Yeah, on Sunday mornings at 10:30, we have a service for our pre-K kinder, and then also for 1st through 5th grade. And then on Wednesday nights at 6:15, we have our faith groups, which are Bible study groups for 2-year-olds all the way up to 5th grade. We even have something for you, the parents.
Absolutely. And if you cannot come on Wednesday night, but you want your kids to come, you can text the word bus to 68878, and there will be a link that we send you that you can fill out and get your kids signed up for our bus ministry so they can come without you.
Thanks for watching, and go Bulldogs.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Welcome back. We're here, bottom of the third. Artesia leading Silver 2-0. And we're getting all kinds of help on the history of baseball terminology, Jovi, so we'll have to dig into that here.
Include that in the can of corn. I'd already told you part of it. I'm going to tell you the rest in a minute via Mr. Danny Parker, I think, who is back in Artesia. All right, KJ Ray steps in 1-for-1 with a single, and she looks at called. Strike one to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead the Fighting Colts from Silver City 2-0 here as we start the bottom of the third inning. Here's the winding pitch from Roy Ball, high, ball one. So 1-1 to count. On deck for the Bulldogs, Perseus Aguilar, and in the hole, Zoe Warren. And we hit well from top to bottom of our lineup. Here's a pitch. There's a little bloop to the to the second baseman, and she will make it in time. That ball looked like she got the very end of the bat or just got a piece of it enough to get it out toward the second baseman. So in play, and that ground out 4-3 to put out. So that's out number one. And that brings us to the second batter in the inning as, I don't know what just happened on my play here, as Perseus steps in and looks at strike one.
I noticed that on mine. Sometimes you tap in a play and then it's like, do that again.
And Perseus will hit that foul down the right side into the fencing of the dugout on the first baseline. So foul ball, strike two now. Perseus will be covering the plate here with an 0-2 count as she tries to get things started here in the bottom of the third. Here's the wind and the pitch. High, really high for ball one. Lucero behind the plate. It's funny, these pitchers that have that overpowering rise ball or fastball, when a catcher has to go up for it, it always almost throws them over backwards because they catch it on that ball too low for ball two. That was close, but a ball called nonetheless. Anyway, they go up high for it, and it kind of swings them backwards. We see that a lot with our pitching, and we definitely saw that just now with Roy Ball. All right, here's the 2-2. Swing, and it's a little chopper straight down and foul. Went off of her foot. She's going to walk it off. Maybe off of her shin.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, that hurts. Gene flinched. It hurt so bad. Just so the crowd knows. He went, ow, that hurt my leg.
Yeah. My foot is giving me trouble today.
All right, so Perseus will step back in with a 2-2 count. One out, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. High, ball three. So the catcher for the Bulldogs, and it makes sense the catchers would have great eyes because they're behind the plate all the time, has a good eye. And she has taken this to a full count. Here's the pitch swung on. That's it well out to right center field. That is going to be a one-hopper into the fence. That'll be extra base hit. Perseus rounds first and goes into his second with a stand-up double for the, and then she almost could go to third, but because the shortstop bobbled the ball, got by her, but she'll stay at second base. So a one-out double gets the Bulldogs started here in the bottom of the third inning with Zoe Warren coming to the plate. Zoe walked her first time up. Boy, that was a great piece of hitting there, and that ball just had a hook on it. It tailed away. A lot of times you hit it to right field as right-handed batter, it's going to have that slice. Mm-hmm. That ball actually had hooked away from the right fielder, but she wasn't going to get to it anyway. She hit it hard on the nose, and it one-hopped into the fence out there. Zoe steps in on the right side to face Roy Ball for the second time. That first pitch, high, ball one.
And that's the second hit out in that general direction. And both have one-hopped the wall.
Yeah, so the Bulldogs hitting it deep. Here's the pitch. She's going to square the bunch, tries to get it down, comes up empty, strike one.
nobody covering back there, and the catcher come out like she was going to throw it to second, but there was nobody on second. So Perseus was not in a hurry to get back because there was nobody there. All right, so the bunt attempt comes up empty. The count now 1-1 to Zoe Warren as she steps back in. Here's the wind and pitch from Roy Ball. Swing, that's a chopper to the second baseman. It'll move the runner over to third, and that'll be out 4-3. So number 2 out in the inning on the ground out. And that'll bring Michaeli Morion to the plate. Is moving over to third base. And now 60 feet away from scoring was Perseus Aguilar. 2 down, and Michaeli will try to get the 2-out rally going. We got those 2 runs after 2 outs an inning ago, and now have a runner just 60 feet away. Michaeli steps in 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Strike. Nope, ball. I thought he was going to call that one a strike for sure. Must have been outside.
I think it was.
Yeah, so, I mean, even where the catcher caught it, I still thought it was close enough. But anyway, ball 1. So 1-0 the count to Michaeli. The pitch swung on. It's a little slow roller. She has a chance. Shortstop's going to have to hurry, and she does get it. So 6-3 the put out, which ends the threat. Slow roller to the shortstop. She made a great play. And so that is out number 3. And the Bulldogs do get a hit, but no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Our score remains 2-0 Bulldogs.
Incredible Printing is begging you, please don't vote for Michelle Lujan Grisham. We're already last in everything. Don't vote for Michelle Lujan Grisham, please. This announcement paid for by Incredible Printing.
I'm Georgia Haynes, and I approve this message.
When that problem arises, one call to Crouch Plumbing and Heating is all it takes. Crouch's plumbers and technicians are highly trained. No problem is too big or too small for Crouch. Whether you need a water heater replaced, a gas line run, a leaky faucet repaired, or your heater or AC serviced, Crouch can do it all. Your problem is their problem, so it's no longer a problem. Call on Crouch for timely response, quality workmanship at a fair price. Servicing Carlsbad and Artesia.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, cost and ability to pay shouldn't get in the way. That's why TransAero Medevac is proud to announce their partnership with the City of Artesia to provide air ambulance memberships for the residents of Eddy County at no out-of-pocket cost. As an Eddy County resident, as long as you're flown by TransAero Medevac, TransAero will accept your insurance or third-party payment at no additional out-of-pocket expense to you. Best of all, as a resident of Eddy County, you're automatically enrolled, free of charge. Because when minutes matter, financial burden should be the last thing on anyone's mind. You have a choice. Be sure to request TransAero, a streamlined, personal, patient, and family-friendly air ambulance service. For more information, visit transaeromedevac.org. They really are wings for life.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back. We had a little longer ad then, and so we missed the first batter, but the first pitch was a ground out. 4-3, Michaeli Morion to Caden Apodaca on the batter, so 1 out. And then the next batter is number 11, Michaela Roybal, the pitcher, and she sees ball 1 from Crandall. Ray, Carlo, Morion, Apodaca for third to first. Whitmire, Morrison, Warren from left to right. Aguilar behind the plate. In the circle is Crandall. Here's the pitch. Oh, just missed outside. Ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Bulldog defense playing straight away. Pretty normal depth out in the outfield, although Jenna playing a little bit deeper than the other 2 fielders. Crandall with her 2-0 pitch count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Top fly back and out of play. So the count now 2-1 to Roybal. On deck is a Beta, and in the hole Martinez for the Colts. We're in the top of the 4th inning. If you're just joining us, 2-0 Bulldogs here in game 1 of what we're expecting to be 3 today, hoping for. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I don't think I said Roybal 0 for 1 in the ballgame. She struck out looking her first time and now has a 2-2 count against Crandall. Riley ready to go. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and got a piece of it, and she stays alive. Fouls it off to the right side and out of play. Probably over onto the other field, it looked like, to our right.
We're spraying them around.
Spraying them around. So the count remains 2-2 as Roybal steps back in on the right side. Crandall gets back onto the rubber. And here is her windup for the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. And that is strikeout swinging and out number 2 here in the top of the 4th inning.
You know, it's interesting. The barking guy is not here.
But somebody's barking.
But you would think he was. There's some fans. I bet he's sitting at home smiling right now, listening to the fans picking up the torch, if you will, the bone.
The bone. Hannah Abeta at the plate. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Kind of a tentative swing there. Maybe she'll feel more confident on this next pitch, as she looked like she was way behind on it and a little bit tentative. All right, so here's the 0-1. Swing a pop fly. She was more confident on that. McKaylee Morion will catch it in the infield, and that'll be out number 3 on the pop fly to McKaylee. So they go down 1-2-3, ground out, strike out, fly out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 2-0 Bulldogs, bottom of the 4th coming up.
Our actions are important, but not only our actions, but also our faith. Our faith inspires us to act. And Christianity is not a dead faith. It is alive. And we need to have a willingness to be alive. In 1 John chapter 3 and verse 18, it says, "Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions." Do your actions, the way you treat others, the way you respond to others, whether it be a friend or a coworker or a boss or a waiter or a waitress or just anyone who you meet, do your actions show that you love them? You love them for them being a creation of the creator of this world. I hope that we are a loving and kind and sweet community. I hope that our actions show that to all those that we come in contact with. But if you're struggling with that, please come see us at the Hermosa Church of Christ, just north of Walmart.
Welcome back. We're here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Beautiful day today. We've just really lucked out weather-wise for this tournament this weekend. Lady Bulldogs lead Silver 2-0 in the first of what we hope will be 3 games broadcast today, as Artesia lost their first game yesterday, but they won 15-0 yesterday and are leading 2-0 over Silver in this first game this morning.
Carlo with a pop fly out to right field. That's going to be a base hit as it's going to fall, and then it's bounced away from the right fielder. A double, stand-up double for Kinsey Carlo to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning, as that was just out there no man's land. And on the bounce, it kind of took a hard right bounce away from the right fielder, so Carlo ends up with a stand-up double. We're on regular grass and regular dirt in the infield, so it can be a little more unpredictable than turf. And that ball definitely took a hop away from the right fielder. So that one did have the slice on it from the right-handed Kinsey Carlo. So at the plate now is the 8th grader, one of ours, number 14, Jenna Whitmire. She looks at a called strike 1. She has an RBI in the ball game. As her last at bat, she got it going with a great piece of hitting and got the run, the 2-out rally started. So she steps in 1-4-1 with that triple. There's a swing out to right field. Right fielder this time will come in and make the play, and staying at second base will be Kinsey Carlo. So a good hit, but just out to the right fielder for out number 1 on the fly out.
Well, we commented coming into the ballpark, only the varsity field has turf. Everything else is natural grass, and the grass is green. I mean, it looks good, like they've been watering it.
Oh, it looks fantastic. Good field.
But you just don't know how it plays, you know, from a level surface standpoint.
Right. Riley Crandall steps in. She's 0 for 0. Pair of walks. And she looks at called strike 1 that caught the outside corner to the left-handed Crandall. On deck is Kenna Morrison, and in the hole, Caden Apodaca. We're back at the top of the order here. Runner in scoring position at second base. And that pitch is low and away, nowhere close to a strike. So 1-1 now, the count to Riley as she steps back in.
I'd be curious to see how she pitches the rest of the way. It's like the first pitch was, here's the one you get to hit.
There it is. That's a line drive. That may have the wheels. Oh, it goes off the top of the fence in center field. That's going to score the runner easily, as that was a pitch she could hit, and she drove it. Probably the hardest hit ball I've seen this year. That was a line drive, and it went straight and hit the yellow at the top of the fence for a stand-up double and an RBI. And the Bulldogs now lead 3-0. Is coming home to score after getting her double
was Kenzie Carlo.
What a smash, and you're right.
I thought it was a home run, and it hit the top of the fence. I mean, it was a low line drive. This is one of those screamers, and it did go off top of the fence, so a double. Here's the pitch. Called strike one to Kenna. She's 1 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a single, and she now has an 0-1 count. The Bulldogs now lead 3-0, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Crandall down at second in scoring position. Swing, that's a hard hit to the shortstop. She's going to go to third. Crandall is going to get caught there. And Crandall's going to be safe. She got back, no tag. The umpire was right there. She dove at her, but she comes up empty until Crandall slides back into second base. The third baseman dove. The home plate umpire better not overrule him. He was right on top of it.
Well, the third baseman would have felt that she had made contact. They do rule her out. They did overrule the call.
That is hard to believe from me, Gene, and maybe I'm wrong, but
Joby, I'm not.
I'm finding that hard to believe.
I think the third baseman was confused because she probably felt that glove making contact with the body, and in fairness to the umpire, he's on the first base side of second base, and so may not have seen the contact.
He was 5 feet from it.
Well, I understand.
The next batter, Apodaca, will ground out 5-3, but wow. All right, so it got overturned. That was the second out at second base as Crandall got caught off the base paths and on the fielder's choice, so she was out on the tag out by the third baseman. I'm trying to work my break. Go ahead and go to the break. We'll be back after this, and I'll get it all caught up and talk about it when we come back.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location, too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
When I was young, I thought I had forever to prepare for retirement. But as the years went by, retirement got closer and closer. Well, I wish I'd have started saving 10 years earlier.
How you spend your retirement depends on what you do now while you're still working. We've helped a lot of area seniors prepare for retirement. Stop in and see us about saving for yours. Western Bank of Artesia. We're big on you. Member FDIC.
That last call, you and I kind of talking back and forth during the break, Joby, reminded me of an old story back in Mississippi. I'll tell you one of these days. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. Artesia up 3-0.
At the plate, Alessandra Martinez. She squares the bunt, pop fly to the right side. Almost getting there was a charging Apodaca foul ball, but just fell right between her and Perseus as they both made a good effort on that bunt pop fly over in foul territory. So that's strike one. Martinez is the DP. She has struck out swinging her first time through, so she's 0 for 1. As Crandall now has the 0-1 count to Martinez, ready to go. And here's the pitch. Again, squares the bunt, unable to get it. That is strike 2. She did not pull her bunt back. If she would have, it would have been ball 1 because it was definitely low, but she tried to get the bunt on it, the bat on it. So 0-2 the count now to Martinez. She's the number 7 hitter in the lineup, leading off here in the top of the 5th. Mendoza and Lopez on deck and in the hole respectively, the 8-9 hitters. Here's the wind and the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike out number 1 swinging here in the inning, and 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now the guy I worked with in Mississippi told me a story back in the day. They tape recorded the games to play back on the radio the next day. And there was a call, and the young man disagreed with the play-by-play guy, and he stopped the tape recording and rewound it and said, "Never disagree with me."
Here's the pitch. Called strike 1 to number 10, Kalaya Mendoza, the second baseman for Silver City. She struck out swinging her first time through and now has an 0-1 count.
So the young guy was the one producing? Or?
Yeah, he was doing what I was doing.
So he told them what you told me in the break. Gene was mean, guys. I'm telling you, strike 2 on the swing. Great right ball.
Well, the play-by-play guy was, what evil if we encountered, what a terrible call, you know. And
said, don't argue with me. 0-2 the count to Mendoza. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Looked like it might have been a foul tip into the glove, but either way, a swing and a strikeout swinging. And that'll bring the number 9 hitter in the lineup, the right fielder, number 9, Braelyn Lopez. She is 1 for 1. She started off with a single her last at bat with 2 outs in the inning. So the number 9 hitter got a hit, the very first hit, in fact, against Crandall. There's been a couple since then. Well, they've got 2, actually. She's one of them. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
There's definitely a roll-off in their hitters from the top 4
to the rest of
the lineup.
Yeah, and the reason we can say that, I agree with you, Gene, is because of their confidence when they swing. You can really see that difference. Plus, they're not making contact as much. She did not swing at that one. Started to, but held off. Low pitch for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. But I'll say this: Lopez got a little squeaker that got by our between first and second. But again, not a very confident swing, and just got the bat on the ball, and let the power of Riley do the work with the bat. Swing and a foul tip back for strike 2 on Lopez. 2 down here in the top of the 5th.
And they're going to hear from their teammates, and they're going to make adjustments on it. But yes, you can tell the difference between a batter who's up there and they know.
Confident swing.
Yes.
I agree. All right, on deck is the top of the order, Lucero, who is one of those confident batters. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is going to end it. So it doesn't matter who was on deck, because the strikeout swinging is out number 3, and they go down in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 5th inning as the Bulldogs lead 3-0.
Eastern New Mexico University is open for visitors to come to visit our campus. Come be our guest for a guided tour of one of the best small-town college atmospheres in the Southwest. Take a look at all ENMU has to offer, including the best residence halls in New Mexico as recognized by Niche.com. Sign up today for your personal tour of ENMU and our beautiful campus by visiting enmu.edu/visit. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving Southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of Southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
Welcome back. Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Gene Dow, Joby Hodling on KSVP Artesia, K229AS Artesia, KSVPTV.com, KSVP TV on YouTube, KSVP Radio on Facebook.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Is there anything else that I'm missing?
Well, KJ Ray at the plate. She's going to look at a ball 1 inside. She is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a ground out. She'll lead things off here. The cleanup batter for the Bulldogs as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 our lead. Here's the pitch, swung on. Hit over to the dugout on top of it for a foul ball, strike 1. Now, I don't know. There may be something you're missing, Gene. You're everywhere. So
we try to be.
We give a lot of opportunity to hear and see Bulldog activities. Here's the 1-1. Bounces it behind her and actually hit her. What?
Oh, foul ball.
That hit her on the back of the leg, I thought.
Well, the umpire pointed at the ground, so it hit the ground first.
So that's not a... So you don't go down if you hit the ground first, if you're hit by the pitch?
Well, I think that's what the Artesia coaches are asking right now. They're asking that very same question.
Yeah, I thought if you get hit by the pitch, but you're hit by the pitch. Doesn't matter if it bounces, comes in on top of your head.
Unless she made contact with the bat.
She didn't. That was behind her.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Low for ball 3. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm agreeing with you on this one.
Well, that's handy. Swing, that's a drive down the right field line, but it's going to go foul as it had that tail on it that
right-handed, what I do in golf, slice. She hit it on a rope into the corner, but foul ball. So that's strike 2. The count now full to KJ Ray.
So she didn't swing, and it went into
it was behind her.
I know.
The pitch hit behind her and hit her leg. Strike 3. She goes down swinging. Good pitch. Good fastball down in the strike zone, and that is out number 1, which will bring number 15, Perseus Aguilar, to the plate. Perseus 1 for 2, and that one was a double. And an RBI, if I remember correctly. All right, so 3 runs to 0 is our score. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs on top. Perseus Aguilar will look at a called strike 1. Caught the inside half of the plate. On deck is Zoe Warren, the right fielder, and in the hole, Michele Morion, the second baseman for our Artesia Bulldogs. Roy Ball, the pitcher. Here's the windup and the pitch. A little bit outside, maybe a little high. Ball 1. 1-1 now to Aguilar. Maybe he just said it didn't hit her. I don't know. Ball 2 as it caught the inside part of the didn't catch the inside part of the plate. It was an inside pitch.
He pointed at the ground. I think that may have been what he was saying.
Maybe just said it bounced and that it doesn't count as a hit by pitch if it bounces, maybe. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2 as that pitch caught the outside corner. So pitcher Roy Ball really doing a good job moving it in and out and up and down. Good pitcher from Silver City. So 2-2 now to Perseus as she steps in and will crack down here on the plate. And she does hit it back to the pitcher, who knocks it down, picks it up, and goes to first on the ground out. So that's out number 2, 1-3 the play. And so the Bulldogs again looking for a 2-out rally, and Zoe Warren will be the one to try to get that started. Zoe is 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. And she will give Perseus a not a high 5, kind of a side 5 as she comes across, go back into the dugout. So 2 outs. Warren steps in on the right side. Here's a pitch. The ball comes into play, and they're not going to say no pitch. So ball 1 will be erased as the foul ball came flying in right when the pitch was started.
But yeah, he didn't wave it off.
Well, he said no pitch, no pitch.
Oh, he did say no pitch.
I think so.
Right.
Yeah, 0-0.
Okay.
He's got his hands up there.
All right.
I don't know how it hurt him, but it did. Here's the pitch. Swing, and it's a ground ball to the third baseman. She catches it and fires it across, so the Bulldogs go down 0-1-2-3. No hits, no runs, no errors. 5-3 the final put out. 3-0 Bulldogs. We'll be back top of the 6th coming up.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
With the price of gas really high, you may be looking for a more economical car or truck. Well, look no further than Artesia Ford Sales. Artesia Ford Sales is known for their selection of Ford certified pre-owned vehicles. And right now, that reputation means Artesia Ford is able to have in stock a great selection of gas-sipping vehicles for you to consider. With certified pre-owned, you can rest assured your purchase is top quality and qualifies for a much lower interest rate than a typical used car. So save money on gas and save money on your monthly payment with a quality certified pre-owned car from Artesia Ford Sales.
Reminder, programming note, Joby, coming up later today on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Gateway Christian Baseball, as they have a semifinal game today. And then tonight at 7 on Roswell's Talk FM 106.5, NMAA Bronco Baseball, as they have a semifinal game tonight. Kelly McDonald hanging out in the Albuquerque area this weekend to cover those games for the Roswell folks on 106.5.
All right, at the plate, the lefty, number 6, Lisa Lucero. She's going to take a run at it and not swing on the low pitch for ball 1. She's 0 for 2, and now we got a timeout called by the umpire.
Wants to talk to the coach.
And the pitcher, Riley Crandall.
So I'm not sure what we're going to be. He wants to look at her hand, the glove, and the ball. He's looking at the back of the glove. He's looking at the ball. And the umpire's explaining something to Riley. And now he's explaining it to Coach Polito.
No idea what we're talking about here.
Yeah. Well, isn't that interesting? She's been pitching since an 8th grader.
At the high school level.
More attention being paid to 1-0 the count, I believe. Or, yeah, 1-0.
All right, Lucero steps back in, 0 for 2 on the day, ground out and a flyout, so she's put it in play. She is the leadoff batter and the catcher, and now she calls time. And I don't know what he just told the Artesia coaches something again.
Hurry up, get the pitch in.
That's not, you can't do that. That's not right. Swing, and that's a hit. Oh, when it gets right by our shortstop, that's an error, as she didn't get the glove on it. Went right to her and went underneath her glove, so E6 on that ball. So that will be a runner down at first base to lead things off.
Interesting. I'm speculating. I don't know what he said, so please don't. But by his hand motion, he did the hurry up thing. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. All right, so Maria Relez steps in, strike one, swinging. She is 1 for 2 with a single. She has one of the 2 hits for the Silver City Fighting Colts. And she now represents, well, she's got Lisa Lucero as a runner down at first base after the error. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So quickly Riley ahead here. And what I said to that, I agree. I think that's what he was saying, but I didn't think an umpire could tell your team you have to hurry. Never heard that one before. I don't think that's legal. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down. Whoa, dangerous, but a good job by Apodaca to block that. Keep it in front of her as the snap throw down bounced and was not at the first base. She had to come off and get it, but nonetheless, no harm, no foul. Strikeout swinging, Lucero remains at first, and at the plate is Rueda, the third baseman. 0 for 1 with a strikeout, drop third strike, and a walk, and there's the first swing, fouls off into the field over to that's in play, so they'll have to stop their play for a minute as it goes across the walkway between the 2 fields and into the other field for strike 1. Rueda steps back in, Crandall ready to go. Here's the motion, wind in the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Snap throw down, goes into right field, but coming backing her up out there was Zoe Warren, and so again, 2 straight snap throw down, not close to where they should go, so Perseus is looking over the dugouts. Maybe you shouldn't throw down there, I don't know. But it doesn't hurt because backing up well was Zoe Warren, and the runner stays put. 0-2 the count to Rueda as she swung through that rise ball for strike 2. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. All right, so now 2 down, and to the plate will come the number 4 hitter in the lineup, the first baseman, number 3, Ariel Alvarado. She has put it in play both times at the plate, but 0 for 2 on a pair of groundouts. So have you ever heard of umpires been able to say, speed your game up, Coach?
Well, he is.
You don't know? I haven't.
I've not heard of it.
Yeah, ball 1.
I know they will, if during warm-up, they'll go and say you've got so many pitches at warm-up, or if there's a conference going on in the circle on the mound, they'll go out and say, let's hurry it up.
But between pitches, I've never seen it. Unless it was, I've seen it at the pro level when they were purposely, and it was obvious. They were trying to strike called on a nice fastball down the middle. 1-1 now the count to Alvarado. Yeah, I've seen it in all those, and that makes sense. All those do, but this was between pitches. The Silver City Colt got tired. She stepped out anyway. Swing and a foul ball to the right side. That will get out of play as Perseus gives a good effort to get over there, but it gets over there's the move. So there's the move, feeding the cows on that foul ball. So we've got Mr. Matt Brewer filling in for the barking guy here today.
There you go.
As he's doing our barking and our mooing, the foul growl. All right, so 1-2 the count. 2 down, top of the 6th. Runner at first base. The pitch. Up fly off to the right side once again. So everybody will reset as that gets out of play.
Barking guy, you should be proud.
Yep. Alvarado will step back in. 1-2 the count. as she is battling here at the plate against Riley Crandall. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her on a curveball, Gene. That was a beautiful pitch. And that is strikeout swinging out number 3. All right, so we head into the bottom of the 6th, but no hits, no runs, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. 3-0 Bulldogs.
Here are some helpful tips to get you and your teeth through the winter months from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Brush your teeth twice a day. Brushing not only protects your teeth, but also protects the gums from catching infections. Use the right toothpaste. The cold winter air as well as sinus pressure can cause sensitivity. Floss daily. Flossing protects your mouth from developing plaque, which can make you more prone to problems like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and oral cancer. At Smile Expressions, we welcome new patients. Contact us today, 575-746-1900.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Welcome back here to Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Beautiful New Mexico Friday, and Lady Bulldogs will bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. See if they add to their run total. They lead Silver 3-0. And, of course, with a victory here, would advance to the 1 o'clock game. And that's what we're hoping happens. Joby, Riley's looked really, really good today, on fire. How many strikeouts does she have so far? She's been striking out folks. And
so on the day, Riley with 12 strikeouts. 2 looking and 10 swinging. She's only given up 2 hits as we go into the bottom of the 6th. And we've got a pinch hitter here to start things off. As coming in from McKaylee Morion will be number 18 for the Bulldogs, Liz De La Riva, as she gets her first at bat here in this ball game this morning. So Liz will step in on the right side, 0-for-0, as she will face Michaela Roybal for the first time. Rueda, Ruelez, Mendoza, Alvarado from third to first, Villa, Abeta, and Lopez from left to right, with Lucero catching Roybal. And there's your defensive setup for the Silver City Fighting Colts. And De La Riva will step in on the right side to try get things started off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. Here's the pitch, high and away, ball 1.
I mean, Riley looks really good. 3 runs ought to be plenty, but it wouldn't hurt to add 1 or 2 more.
Like to see some insurance runs always. That pitch called strike 1 on the upper half and the inside corner of the plate. So 1-1 to De La Riva. On deck is the shortstop, Kinsey Carlo, and in the hole, left fielder Jenna Whitmire for the Bulldogs. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Good cut, just come up empty, did Liz De La Riva. So she'll step back in, looks at the coaches both at third and first, gets her encouragement and the sign. 1-2 the count. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing, and fouls that one off and out of play. So staying alive. And there's the foul growl or the moo out into the pasture.
I love it.
For the foul ball. The cattle getting to eat some softballs. Here's the wind and the 1-2. And that's called strike 3 on the inside corner. Good pitch. And so that is out number 1, which will bring us to number 12, Kinsey Carlo, coming to the plate. Kinsey 1 for 2 with a double here in the ball game. Also hit into a fielder's choice, put it into play both times, and one of them was a double. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1 on the inside half of the plate. It's 0-1 the count. On deck is number 14 left fielder Jenna Whitmire. And in the hole, number 13, our pitcher, the top of the order, Riley Crandall. Strike 2, both looking. So Carlo will shorten up here and fight off anything close. Try to put it into play and get things started here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch, swing and a foul ball down and back into the catcher for a foul ball strike, which keeps the count at 0-2. Roybal has thrown 91 pitches through that pitch, 56 for strikes, 35 for balls. Here's the 0-2. Just outside for ball 1. 1-2 now the count to Carlo. Crandall has thrown 81 total pitches, 64 for strikes and 17 for balls. Here's the pitch, swing, and that's a foul ball over towards Coach Polito on the third baseline for a foul ball strike. So again, staying alive here, hitting anything close as she fouls off a couple after getting 2 strikes called. So the count remains 1-2 to Kinsey as she steps back in on the right side. Here's the wind in the pitch, and she does not take a cut at that one. It was low, real low. In fact, hit in front of the plate for ball 2. So 2-1. I'm sorry, 2-2 now the count. We're in the bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th.
All right, so Carlo will step back in, ready to go. Roy ball with the wind in the pitch. And that's high, ball 4.
Oh, I missed one.
Great job there by Kinsey to battle there, and she ends up walking with 1 out here, and that brings Jenna Whitmire to the plate. Jenna already has a triple. She's 1 for 2. A triple here would score a run, and now we've got the umpire taking a break, and he's going to go over and ask if that was ball 4. It was ball 4, according to official.
Yeah, see, I missed one, so, but I don't have a clicker, so.
Right.
Look at these familiar names coming up. When we win this game, we're going to play either Aztec or Valley. That's a long history.
Here's the pitch, swung on. That's going to be down the line, but foul on the left side. Jenna with a big grin. She's out in front of that pitch.
Yeah.
So 0-1.
And then when we win that game, we're going to play either Gallup or Lovington. And then if we get past that one, we're going to play either Gallup or Lovington in the championship tomorrow.
All right, so Whitmire steps back in, 0-1. Here's the pitch, high, ball 1. 1-1 now the count to Jenna. Runner down to first base is Carlo, who battled and drew the walk. So Whitmire will step back in. On deck is Riley Crandall. That pitch is high and away for ball 2. And in the hole is Kenna Morrison. So we're back to the top of the order. The 1-2 batters will be coming up here, if we can get there without a double play. Here's the pitch, swung on. That's it well out to left field, and that's going to be a base hit, a line drive in front of the left fielder. So another great piece of hitting there by Jenna Whitmire as she gets that single, which gets us to the top of the order. Always dangerous, really, from 1 to 9, but always dangerous is Riley Crandall, the senior for the Bulldogs. And we saw her hit a rocket that never went down. It just went straight off of her bat into the top of the fence out in right center field, and she just roped it out there.
Well, we've seen so many times people pitch around Riley. We've talked about it. And in the last at bat, she threw a pitch that she missed, and then outside. And that's why I started to say, I wonder if that one pitch was the one pitch she, I'm going to let you see one pitch, and then we're going to keep it away from you. But then she came in with something she could smash.
Yeah, here's the pitch. That's ball 2 outside. So 2 in a row to Riley. 2-0 the count. Carlo at second and Whitmire at first. We got 1 down here, and Riley can help her own cause and get those insurance runs as we're in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch is away again for ball 3. That one really not even close.
She's not going to pitch or anything now. But then again, you don't have the batting average Riley has if you don't reach out and hit some of those pitches too that are not just perfect.
And she looks at ball 4. So one of those intentional walks, and that brings Kenna Morrison to the plate. And that's going to give me the opportunity. We saw this on an intentional walk by a very good team at Hobbs, and that brought Morrison to the plate with the bases loaded, and she proceeded to get a grand slam.
Yeah.
So, we're pretty much loaded top to bottom, and they can all hit for power. As Morrison steps in 1 for 3, and she looks at ball 1 down and in. So that's 5 straight balls by the pitcher, Roy Ball, to 2 batters as bases are loaded, 1 out. Bulldogs threatening here to add. The Silver City infield comes in, try to cut the runner off. There's a fly ball out to right center field. The center fielder will go make the catch, tagging up at third base and scoring. And there's an insurance run on the sacrifice fly. Good play out there by the center fielder to chase it down, but the Bulldogs get a run as coming home on the sac fly was Carlo, sorry.
Right.
And they're going to appeal it, or we got a change. Okay, we're going to have and my iPad's messing up on me again. Going to have another courtesy runner coming in. Was it number 9 for Crandall?
Yes.
All right, so Crandall has a courtesy runner for her, and it is number 9, which is Michaela Lujan. And at the plate, and the little dribbler foul is Caden Apodaca. She's due, Gene. She's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, swinging, and a pair of groundouts, but she has runners at first and second. We've seen her just hammer the ball all year, so she's due here. First pitch, foul ball, strike one. Roy ball ready to go. The Bulldogs now lead 4-0. That pitch in and low for ball one. 1-1 now to Caden. On deck is the cleanup batter and the third baseman, number 7, KJ Ray, and the catcher, number 15, Perseus Aguilar, in the hole if the Bulldogs can get a two-out rally going. Swing, and that's a pop fly, shallow right field. Right fielder will come in and make the play, and that will end the threat as the Artesia Bulldogs, I'll go ahead and get that put in there on my pop fly out to the right fielder. All right, so the Bulldogs do get a run off of one hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. 4-0, 3 outs away from advancing. Top of 7 coming up.
At Artesia General Hospital, we want to help you feel better faster. And when prescribed by your provider, IV therapy can be one of the quickest ways to help you feel well again. Our infusion center services include antibiotic or allergen therapies, blood transfusions, and medication infusions for chronic conditions like Crohn's disease and osteoporosis. Whether you choose care at the clinic or hospital, you can expect a highly skilled staff and a private, safe setting with your comfort in mind. Referrals and appointments are required. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/infusion.
Artesia Plumbing and Heating is your authorized Carrier air conditioning dealer. Home owned and operated for over 41 years. Artesia Plumbing and Heating installs residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioners. Artesia Plumbing and Heating handles your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units. Artesia Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs and Lady Dogs and wishes them the very best in this sports season. Artesia Plumbing and Heating, 746-3712.
We're back 3 outs away for the Lady Bulldogs to advance here in the consolation round of the NMAA State Softball Tournament. 4-0 Artesia with the score. Here's Joby to take us through this top of the 7th inning.
At the plate will be number 11, Michaela Roybal, the pitcher. She's 0 for 2, strikeout looking and strikeout swinging, so her third attempt here to face Riley Crandall. Ray, Carlo, Morion, Apodaca third to first. Warren, Morrison, Whitmire right to left. Aguilar behind the plate. And Crandall, the all-time strikeout leader in New Mexico history, in the circle. And the first pitch is fouled back. And the moo is live and well here at Cleveland. Moo goes out into the pasture where the cows are at.
Yeah, I didn't see any cows roaming around.
I didn't either,
here.
but there must be because there's the moo.
I hear them.
All right, so foul ball is a strike. Strike one on Roybal. Next pitch down and away for ball one. On deck is the center fielder, number 1, Hannah Abeta, and in the hole, the DH, number 7, Alessandra Martinez for the Fighting Colts. Here's the 1-1. Does not chase the rise ball. Started to, but checked up, didn't even get the swing put out there at all, so count now 2-1 to Roybal as she steps back in, ready to go. Riley taking a look to get her sign, as is Perseus. Now the wind and the 2-1. Swing and a foul ball back for strike number 2. 2-2 now the count, as Roybal will step back in on the right side. Boy, there's a big Artesia crowd. There's a huge contingency down there on the third baseline. I just now picked up on that.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop fly in the infield. It's going to get just to the edge of the grass. Backing up and making the play. Woo! It almost came out of there. McKaylee is able to keep it. It rolled down in her glove, but she catches it for out. Number 1 on the pop fly to the second baseman, McKaylee Morion. All right, so now stepping to the plate will be the center fielder, number 1, Hannah Abeta. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging and a fly out. She'll step in with 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Crandall ready to go, has her sign. Now the pitch. That knocked the glove off of the catcher. Ball 1. That fastball was a little bit low, but it spun, and Perseus giggling there. Behind the plate, big grin on her face.
I know. Don't drop the ball.
Here's the wind and the 1-0. Swing, and that's a line drive down the right side. Foul. Boy, Joe Warren made a fantastic effort. Ran into the fence. He was coming so hard. Couldn't get there, but what an effort.
That just falls for a long strike. So 1-1 now the count to Beta.
You know, at the start of the game, you talked about how Silver had a good crowd, and most of the people down there were Silver fans. But then over a couple of innings, they got overwhelmed by the orange.
Yeah, the Bulldog fans are all around us. Here's the pitch, and what a change or a curve. She was way out in front. She did get a piece of it for a foul ball strike, but, man, she was out in front, and fantastic pitch. I've said it all year. It's almost unfair that she has such a fastball, and then her change of speed is like 1,000 miles an hour difference. It's not, but it seems like it. Man. So 1-2 the count to a Beta, 1 out. Here's the wind and the pitch from Crandall. Swing and a miss. Got her on the rise ball, and that's out number 2. Strikeout swinging. All right, so coming to the plate for the Silver City Fighting Colts is number 7, the DP, Alessandra Martinez. She is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts swinging as her coach down on third base gives her sign. She'll step in ready to go. The fans on their feet here, Gene, clapping this, trying to get this last out. Here's the pitch, squares the bunt. She does get it down. The throw down is in time, and that is it. The Artesia Bulldogs, good play there by Perseus Aguilar. She comes out of her stance so quickly and fires it down. 2-3 the putout, and our Artesia Bulldogs have advanced. They win 4-0 over the Silver City Fighting Colts. And we're going to take a break. We come back, we'll have the final stats for you, so stay tuned. Artesia wins 4-0. We advance.
We always hear about how busy the holiday season is, but is it really? I think the saying should be April showers bring May cakes. This is Danny Kirkendall at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia, and we want to wish all those heading off to state competitions the best of luck and safe travels. 2022 graduates, you did it. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't normal, but you pushed through, and we couldn't be prouder. At Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia, we're a proud supporter of youth and high school sports throughout the Pecos Valley. Go Dogs!
Registration is now open for summer and fall classes at ENMU Roswell. Summer classes start June 6th. Fall classes start August 15th. Whether you're a new student, returning student, or want to learn new skills or a trade, they have the programs and financial aid to support you every step of the way. Take classes during the day, evening, or online. Talk with an advisor today. Call 575-624-7294 or log on to roswell.enmu.edu.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, welcome back here to Rio Rancho as we're having our lunch order taken. So, hey, Bulldogs win 4-0 and are going to advance. They're going to play either Aztec or Valley. And I was just thinking during that during that timeout, I was thinking, you know, I wonder how many people here are mad at Valley for beating us in that first game, because if we win that first game, chances are, you know, we're waiting till Saturday. We don't fall down into this bracket where we start eliminating teams coming through this way. I don't know if anybody thinks like that. They probably don't. You want to win, and you want to win all your games, and Valley came in, obviously, and they took advantage and won the game they played. But here we are. We get to play either Aztec or Valley in the 1 o'clock game, and then we'll play either Lovington or Gallup if we get past the 1 o'clock game and the 3 o'clock game, and then we'll play either Lovington or Gallup in the championship on Saturday. But again, we got to get past these next 2 games. But Joby, why don't you give us the stats from this game?
All right, so the Artesia Bulldogs facing the Silver City Fighting Colts. Silver was the visiting team, and taking the loss was the pitcher, Michaela Roybal. She had a good game. She threw 109 pitches, 62 of which were strikes. She gave up 4 runs, all of them earned. Her ERA was 6.0. She had 4 strikeouts, 2 swinging and 2 looking, and gave up 7 hits and 5 walks to the Artesia Bulldog batters. Offensively, for Silver City. They only get the 2 hits. There was one Bulldog error, and both of those hits were singles. And they had 3 base runners as there was, they had 4 base runners. There was 1 walk given up by the Bulldog pitching. So on those lines, the Bulldog pitching, Riley Crandall pitches the complete game, and again only gave up the 3 hits, or 2 hits and 1 walk, and she had 13 strikeouts, 2 were looking and 11 swinging. Again, 2 hits given up and 1 walk, no runs scored, so a 0.00 ERA for Riley as she continues to do well here in her last season as a high school player, looking to get that state title. Offensively, Riley ended up going 1 for 4 with an RBI. It was a stand-up double. I'm sorry, she was 1 for 1. I looked at the wrong line because she had 3 walks. So 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI and 3 base on balls. Kenna Morrison went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Caden Apodaca was 0 for 4 at the plate. KJ Ray 1 for 3 with a double. Perseus Aguilar also 1 for 3 with a double. And I misspoke earlier. I thought Perseus had one of the RBIs, but she didn't. She did have a double. Zoe Warren went 0 for 2 with a walk. McKaylee Morion was 0 for 2. Kenzie Carlo was 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. And Elizabeth De La Riva was 0 for 1 at the plate. And then we saw Michaela Lujan come in and courtesy run a couple of different times for Crandall. So that rounds out the offense. The Bulldogs end up getting 5 base on balls. They struck out a total of 4 times, 2 looking and 2 swinging, and get the win. That's the big thing. That's the best stat of the day. 4-0 the final score here over the Silver City Fighting Colts. The Colts had a great season, but their season is now over as we are in the losers bracket, bottom half of the bracket. So the Bulldogs move on, and as Gene said, will either take on
Aztec or Valley.
So that game is still, I think, going on across the way. If they're not, they're just wrapping up, so we don't know who won that game as of yet. But we'll be back here for that game at 1 o'clock.
All right. Thank you, Joby. We'll see you then. Have a great morning. Don't forget Gateway Christian Baseball on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM at high noon.
That concludes this broadcast of Bulldog Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com. Bulldog Sports on KSVP AM and FM and KSVPTV.com is presented by Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Ford Sales, J.S. Wharton Sun Insurance, La Fonda, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Smile Expressions, Artesia Family Healthcare and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia General Hospital, Roswell Seed, Guy Chevrolet, KFC of Artesia, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pop's Diner, Forest Tire, Western Bank of Artesia, Artesia Credit Union, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Eastern New Mexico University, Catalyst Church, Brandon Williams and Farm Bureau Insurance, Cisco Equipment, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, TMJ Auto, New Hope Baptist Church, H&R Block of Artesia, Castle Rentals, Kane Electric, Frost Mortgage, Incredible Printing, Bobcat Auto, and Tate Branch of Artesia. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of Bulldog Sports on KSVP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Business categories, and because we decided to put our economy into deep freeze, which we're now reaping, unfortunately, the punishments for. Now,